900,000 Oregonians reportedly experience a mental illness each year. The numbers from the National Alliance on Mental Health highlight 1 in 5 adults are impacted.
The high rate of individuals with mental illness is coupled with a shortage of resources. I share the story of a mom who knows the risks that come with a lack of treatment.
I have been dealing with my son's mental illness for over 20 years. It has literally almost destroyed my life.
On February 12th, Fawn Curry's son escaped from the psychiatric ward at St. Charles, leading to a secure status at Pilot Butte Middle School.
He went over and assaulted a clerk at a grocery store. He then proceeded to steal a car.
Curry's son has been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar mania.
They all say he needs a higher level of care. Where's the higher level of care? There isn't any.
Curry believes too many patients like her son are discharged with no ongoing care.
Those are the folks that are unseen and unheard. Those are the folks that we need to provide longer-term facilities for.
The Deschutes County Stabilization Center will hold a person believed to have a mental health issue up to 23 hours.
What happens after that? That kind of goes back to the conversation of the lack of respite care.
Casey Monk is the programs director for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Would you say Deschutes County has enough resources for respite care?
Absolutely not. The one respite center that we had, Brooks, closed down a couple of months ago. So there's essentially nowhere for anyone to go that has a severe mental illness.
Respite care is available at Sageview Psychiatric Center, where individuals can stay for 2 weeks. But Monk believes in some cases it's not long enough to effectively address symptoms.
They don't have a good treatment and recovery program, and so a couple of weeks later they might end up in the jail because they had a hallucination and they did something that was warranted of getting arrested.
We've had respite care in Central Oregon in the past. It is really hard to recruit homes. It's really hard to sustain homes, and the payment structure isn't always a viable one.
Shannon Brister-August is the Deschutes County Behavioral Health Director and deals directly with the shortage of space in respite care.
It's about creating an infrastructure. There is hope on the way.
Because of recent efforts by the Oregon Health Authority and Central Oregon Health Council, state lawmakers approved House Bill 5204, adding 41 beds to increase capacity for those with mental illnesses.
Oftentimes, if you have a mental illness, you don't think that you're sick.
Family members or caretakers do have the option of seeking to have a person civilly committed.
Oregon has a pretty heavy focus on the individual. Like in the past, there were people that were getting locked up that maybe shouldn't have. So the pendulum has kind of swung the other way to give the individual the rights to not be committed.
NAMI is now working to help pass House Bill 2005, which would reduce the requirements for civil commitment.
The Oregon law states that my son fits into every category there is to be civilly committed. But here in Deschutes County, they won't do so, even if he does something dangerous.
As of Wednesday, Curry's son has been civilly committed after disrupting traffic on Highway 97 and is currently at Sageview receiving treatment. Deschutes County Behavioral Health reminds us to call their main line in a crisis to get connected with a professional. You'll find details in the web version of this story. For the Problem Solvers, I'm Matthew Draxton.